Hello everyone, my name is Desasterchief and welcome to this more unusual form of video that I'm doing. I already mentioned quite a few times that I'm planning to play Age of Empires 4 as soon as it gets released on October the 28th, I think. Yeah. But yeah, I thought maybe I'm gonna look into the trailer. I know it's already out for quite a while, but I thought maybe it's gonna be something interesting for the channel since I'm planning to play it anyway and see what's all the fuss about. I try to avoid spoilers in general. I heard some negative things, I heard some positive things, but to be honest, I try to avoid it because in the past I already in the past I already made quite a lot of negative experience jumping on hype trains or basically avoiding hype trains at all costs. So basically what I'm doing now is just turn off and hope for the best for the game as soon as it comes out. But yeah, this time we gonna try the trailer, watch it, and I'm gonna give my commentary during the video. So I'm gonna stop the video, say something if I wanna say something, but I'm gonna play the video as it is because it's quite long. As you can see, it's almost 6 minutes. And it would be way too long to just play it and then play it again with commentary. So I hope that's okay for you. So either way, let's get into it. The engine as it is looks pretty beautiful, I have to say. I mean, I grew up playing Age of Empires 1 and 2, also Age of Empires 3, so I have to say it looks beautiful at first glance. And since it's already recorded in the engine, I have high hopes that the quality is gonna remain the same, but let's see. All right, so it seems like the start of every game is the same like the previous Age of Empires titles. So you start building up your economy, you're building the gathering buildings, like the I think the wood chopper, the mining station, like all those things, the mill for farming. So in that regard, it basically stayed the same. The buildings look nice, they look updated, but it doesn't seem like they've changed much when it comes to the gameplay formula. You have the relics and gathering the sheeps. Oh, that brings back memories. Going with the scout and getting all the sheeps, best way to annoy your fellow players. Wait, did that scout just shoot arrows? Hold on. I have to go back a second because... Oh yeah, he did. Okay, that's new because the scout, and I guess this is the scout. Usually, or in Age of Empires 2, he had a sword and was one of the weakest units. So yeah, scout having a bow, that's new. Interesting. The building system seems to be different. Before it was just basically the building had like 3 steps, like it was a pile, like just to the ground and a pile of stones, then so on, and bum, the building is there. It seems like it's more procedurally generated this time. But yeah, from the looks of it, I like the little roads over here. It looks more like a real medieval village. I'm not sure if that's just yeah, being made like that, or if you can actually make those little roads. It would look nice. I know, I mean, it's a real-time strategy game, but I'm the type of player I still go for aesthetics. You're gonna win the match with style, so yeah. But so far, it gives me more of a revamped Age of Empires 2 vibe, not really a game by itself. So far, I don't see anything innovative or drastic changes to the whole Age of Empires formula. But let's see if that changes. Okay, yeah, it's more procedurally generated or built the buildings. As you can see, the palisade usually it's just goes up. That's it. But here you can see like part for part the palisades go up. I think it's closer to Age of Empires 3 in that regard. Okay. It seems like the scout found... Oh, the scout is female. Okay. Very interesting. That's... Well, I leave it to more enlightened people than myself to discuss that. But it's interesting that the scout used a bow before, and now it goes for melee. So it seems like the scout is just able to hunt, not really to fight with a bow. Interesting design choice. I still wonder why a scout needs a bow to hunt in the first place, but well, just how it is. Okay, I'm not sure if those were regular units or if that was the militia. If I would have to guess, I would say it's just the tier 1 units, the pikemen. But as a critique, the weapons look it just looks comically large. It just like looks somehow unproportionate to the model itself. Maybe they're gonna change that later on. We'll see. Same here. The swords look just way too big. I mean, look at that sword. It's almost as big as the model itself. Also, the models don't look very good looking at it. I mean, the buildings are okay. It's basically Age of Empires 3 graphics, but the models look really ugly up close and the weapons just look terrible. And those are some giant arrows. Oh my god, look at those arrows. Jesus. Okay. Whoa. I mean, that's an arrow. That's ballista arrow. Jesus. Not bad. But interesting. The villagers can now fight with bows and shoot bows. They used muskets in Age of Empires 3. In Age of Empires 2, I think they just had a dagger, if I remember correctly. But seems like they are now more able to defend themselves. Also, the men-in-arms, I guess there are men-in-arms, don't look bad. Okay, look, the buildings look beautiful. I guess this is gonna be the church where you get your priests to get the relics, and Wololo, you're way out of trouble. I really hope they're gonna keep that one. I really hope so. Okay, it seems like there's four cultures you can play. Was it the Brits against the British against the what was it? Indians, and now we have Mongols against Chinese. If that's the case, and I really hope they're not, I heard a bit about it that they have much less cultures this time, but four, in my opinion, not enough. Not enough. Compared with Age of Empires 2 or even Age of Empires 3, it's a joke. I mean, 4 is nothing. But so far, the game gives me a little bit of Empire Earth vibes more than Age of Empires. I mean, the gameplay is Age of Empires, but the whole look and building pattern reminds me a bit of Empire Earth, if you guys know what that game was. But it goes in the same direction. Oh, okay. So the Mongols, you can basically set up camp, deplete all the resources, and then go again and set up camp somewhere else. That really reminds me of the Total War series, where you can play as Attila, the Hun King, I think, was it? Where you basically also have that horde mode. Also in the Warhammer series, you can do the same. Interesting. Very interesting. Didn't expect that for Age of Empires, but maybe it works. But again, look at those weapons. It just looks bad. I'm sorry, but this just looks terrible. I mean, those spears, they're bigger than buildings. I mean, I don't know. Okay, so they're still throwing torches to burn down buildings, so that stayed the same. But this new flame icon, I'm not sure if you're supposed to basically extinguish the flames before the whole building burns down, or if that's just an indicator that the building is burning. Also, as you can see over here, you can still quarter in people inside of the buildings to basically shoot them out, shoot out the arrows. So that stayed the same. You still have caravans that stay the same. Ah, you can set up ambushes now when you hide in the forest. Okay, that's very interesting. That gives, yeah, the whole combat gets way more interesting because of that. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, approaching the castle age. Okay, now I'm curious. And yeah, the Indian elephants, the war elephants. God, I hated those freaking things in Age of Empires 2. Seems like they also have siege equipment. Curious how they're gonna go there. Or okay, what's very interesting, apparently now the walls are manable. So you can put units on the wall. That's new. That's new. That reminds me of what's the game where you can build your own castles? Oh Jesus. I forgot. But basically, it reminds me a lot of that. Okay, you can take over the walls with your unit. Ooh, okay, I love that. I love that. So you can't just cheese it and put a lot of archers on the walls and you're safe. So you actually have to defend them. You need melee units. Seems like that's a castle. Looks a bit small compared to the wall. I mean, in the castles in Age of Empires 2 were huge. Like, my god, they were like giant behemoths of buildings. It looks a bit tiny over there. The whole destruction thing, the reforged version of Age of Empires 2 made it better, honestly. It looks a bit too comically for me in this version. I mean, no. No. The castle is too small. I mean, look at this. Look at this. The elephant is almost as big as the entrance of a cat. I mean, elephants are big. Don't get me wrong. But if an elephant is half as big as a castle, not really. I mean, the proportions are just way off. And you can just destroy a castle with 5 elephants. I wonder what's gonna happen when they bring out the trebuchets. If they even have trebuchets, but that seems OP. Still wondering if those streets are buildable or if that just gets auto-generated, because it looks beautiful. It looks really beautiful as it is. I feel like they just did that for the video. I don't see that being implemented in the game, but maybe I'm proven wrong. Okay, so you have gunpowder in the game. That seems like a bombard, or like some early type of cannon. So, since it's the Chinese, the India, the British, and what was it, the Mongols, I don't think they're gonna bring the arquebusier. That would be very. That was the OP unit in Age of Empires 2. Let's see if they're gonna bring it here too. The scale of the battle seemed much bigger, that's for sure. I wonder if you still can play and fight informations. They implemented that in Age of Empires 2, and I think to a certain degree also in Age of Empires 3. I didn't really use it. I just threw my soldiers in there, basically made a giant wall of death. But if it gets more tactical, I would appreciate that. Ah, here we had our arquebusier. Over there. Okay, so we have gunpowder units in the Imperial Age. Okay, I love that. I love cheesing around with the gunpowder units. Would have been interesting to know if the horsemen get additional damage running against the pike wall. That would be very interesting to know. Still, the weapons are a bit too large for the units. Look at that sword over there. It's just as big as the model. That's my major critique point up until now. Okay, they have the trebuchets. Wait. Was that a Wololo? Come on. I need to see that again. If that was what I think it was, that would be freaking awesome. Mass conversion. Oh my god, I would love that. I already know some people I'm gonna play with who are gonna be very angry. Well, yeah. It looks it it looks okay, I would say. The proportions of the game are off, like terribly off. I mean, it can't be that the war elephant is almost like half as tall as a castle. That's just no. And the weapons, the arrows, all of that's just too large, way too large. Also, the models up close look terrible, but seems like the combat is more tactical, and it looks much better compared to the previous titles. So I'm very happy about that. And the game itself, it looks interesting. I'm not so sure if it's gonna be that great as I think it's gonna be, because yeah, of course, I'm an Age of Empires fanboy. I admit it. So I'm a bit cautious, not gonna lie. But what I've seen, I'm, let's say, carefully optimistic. I think that's the best way to describe. But well, let's see how it's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna take another month. Maybe they're gonna throw out some more trailers, and I'm gonna be here to record. Either way, if you like this type of video, and if you also have some opinions about the trailer, just please let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and leave a like if you like the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you a great day. Goodbye.